Hi guys, Laura here from Hedgehog's Homestead. Today I just thought I'd give you a quick garden tour and show you what I'm going to do tonight for some work. To work on the garden. I'm going to wait until later on tonight because it is 93 degrees outside, which isn't too bad. It's not very humid, but still I'd like to work in the garden when it's a little bit cooler. I think it's better for the garden too, because I need to do some transplanting and stuff. But I just thought I'd give you a quick garden tour this morning, and then later on I'll show you those things that I'm going to work on. So as you can see here, this is our herb little mini garden. Things are going good. The basil is continue to grow. They are having a little yellowing, so I need to give this a feed. I try to feed about every 2 weeks, and it's past due, so it's yellowed a little bit. It is taking a lot of sun, a lot of hits. There seems to be a little bit of a bug damage, but not too bad. Nothing that it can't recover from. Looks like also that it needs to be cut back a little bit, and some leaves harvested there. The rosemary's looking good, and so is the thyme. Still doing pretty good. I've harvested some of this. Looks like we got some bug damage, but still doing really good. This gets full sun pretty much 24/7, but that's my little herb garden. Now we'll take you to the back so you can see what else we have going on. Okay, so this is our back garden. I have more of these little tubs. I have a lot of cilantro going to seed. Oh, look at that there. I can get closer to it. Nope. Hopefully I got it for you guys. This is dill right here growing, but this is cilantro, and this is going to seed, and I will be harvesting this evening. You can see it's all at seed there. They get nice little hard seeds. So when it's this color where it's just a tan color and it's dried out a little bit, that's when it's perfect to grow for seed, or to get those seeds off of there. So we're going to take those off this evening and label the bag. They're nice and dry, so I can put them directly into a bag. Still have some lettuce growing here. This bed lettuce is, I think, what my go-to lettuce is going to be here in Tennessee, because it has tolerated the heat. I've cut it back and come again. It's finally starting to show signs of wear, but it's doing good. It does get a little shade here. As you can see right now, it's in the shade, but the bib lettuce is doing great. So is the kale here. Back here I have growing right there. I started new cucumber starts. I've got a bunch of them down there as well. And the reason why I started cucumbers is because my old ones are starting to go to seed, are piddling out, not going to seed. They're piddling out. They've really slowed down, and what they're producing now is cucumbers. So I think it's just too hot for them, and that's why they're piddling out. Now, this I've sprayed a bunch of times because I am having some pests. This is my sweet potato patch. It's filled out almost the whole pool now. I keep on directing it in. I mowed the lawn the other day, and surprise, I have 2 voluntary tomatoes on here. But you can see the pest pressure or problems I'm having here. I have been spraying them, but I'm still getting it, so I don't know what we're going to do about that. I got some neem oil. We'll try that and see if that does. But I think this is a little beetle pressure. Another little voluntary tomato over there. Over here, my tomatoes are growing. These aren't really turning color very quickly. I don't know what the deal is. We are still getting new tomatoes on, but it's not producing very well. The basil is doing well under there. This is continuously giving me tomatoes here. This small little plant, it's in a small container. It's really healthy though, so, and continuing to give us tomatoes. I started in here. Need to spray these too because it looks like they're getting a little pressure. I have a cucumber, not a cucumber. I have a melon in there, right there. That's not doing the greatest, it's a little slow. We're gonna feed the soil here, I think, soon. And I think I have a watermelon seed, and I also have another zucchini. And then I have a couple tomatoes that I started back there just to see what would happen because I'm in a new grow zone. This tomato plant right here, it's huge. It's over the fence. It's probably a 6-foot fence. And our bell peppers are looking great. They're growing in slowly, but getting plenty of bell peppers. This one looks like it's not, this one hasn't grown very big. So I don't know what the deal is. I think maybe it's just time to pluck that. And you can see I got plenty of tomatoes to pick in there. I'm now getting cherry tomatoes on a regular basis. This is my cucumber plants, and this is what's happening to my cucumbers and why I'm replacing them. You can see there that's a twisted cucumber, and I think they just aren't tolerating the heat as well anymore. So what I'm doing with these is, Astro, would you like a cucumber? There you go, boy. Norman got the last one, so. And the leaves, you know, are struggling. Got a little yellowing on here. It is giving me cucumbers, but they're all twisted, and I don't know what the deal is. A lot of pest pressure, same kind of beetles, just chewing away at this plant. And so I'm going to come out here tonight and spray. I also have a little mildew. So I'm going to take all these cucumbers out of here and replant those with the cucumbers I have over in the other bed. Now even my sunflower is getting some of that pressure. No sunflower yet, but that's growing up beautiful. I think it's about time to tie that sunflower up. Getting lots of kale. Same thing is happening with this cucumber. Although I have a cucumber and a loofah right next to each other. The loofah is doing great, but the cucumber is all twisted down here. And we have another, well, I'm just going to take up the whole plant. We have a cucumber on there, but this one's not twisted, but I was weed whacking today and that got taken up by the weed whacker, so I'll have Norman and Astro share that one later. You could see how small that cucumber plant was. It never got very big. So I'm going to go ahead and put a new cucumber plant in that pot. You can see how twisted the plant is itself. It just got a lot of pest problems. And so we'll just plant new ones. We already started them over there. And we'll just plant new ones. So, but my loofah is doing great. You can see it growing along the fence there. And it's holding onto the fence nicely. It's just the cucumbers that aren't doing very good. A friend of mine is having the same problem with her cucumbers. This one seems to be doing okay, but I have two of them in this pot. I got one that's doing well and one that's not, so I'm going to pull out the one that's not doing well. You can see there's a little mildew on there. Even though I had a lot of flowers on there, it doesn't seem to be doing that great. So we're pulling that out as well. The cucumber plant in here is suffering much, even though it's got some really good growth up here, but it's not giving me a lot of cucumbers. So I'll be pulling that one out as well. Potatoes are doing great. Vine borer got my zucchini, and there's my zucchini, or my yellow squash, I should say. Vine borer got my yellow squash, and Norman's been trying to eat that. No, he's trying to eat the leaves. You want to eat the cucumber? That? Okay. I'll give Astro the cucumber since he's got something. Here, Astro. Here. You want cucumber, boy? Want cucumber? There you go, buddy. So this tomato plant is producing a lot of tomatoes. I usually pick them in the evening, and they're ripening up really quickly. They're really delicious. I got a whole bowl of them in the house. This cucumber plant too, I'm pulling out today, has only given me like 2 cucumbers, this plant has. So I'm going to be pulling that out. And my trellising system is working really well, but they just never did well, the cucumbers. So restarting those, I'm also doing a different cucumber. Hopefully, I'm doing market mores now. These were more like a pickling cucumber. So hopefully the market mores will do better. We love snacking cucumbers here in the family. So we'll try those and hope that they turn out better. So that's the garden. That's what's going to happen today. I'll share that video too. Obviously, you can see I'm just pulling them out as we talk. And replant those little seedlings in these same pots after I kind of top the soil off and give it a good little, after I plant them, I'll give them a good little start with some good starter fertilizer as well. And we'll get new cucumbers growing, and hopefully they won't show up twisted on us and stuff like that. We did get quite a few. I have quite a few in the fridge that turned out straight. It's just been in these last week and a half, 2 weeks that I'm getting the twisted cucumbers now. And it has been 100 degrees every day, almost in the last 2 weeks, except for the days that we had rain. It's not getting below 70 degrees at night. So we're having a lot of heat and just a lot of humidity. So the cucumbers, I think, are just done. I think they've done their life pattern. Now it's just time to get some new ones in the ground. So don't be afraid to rip out your cucumbers or whip out a plant that isn't doing well and have backups and replacements for them. That's what I like to do. And especially with this smaller space, I'm trying to do a lot of succession sowing. After I put these cucumbers in here and the new ones, and they're done, then I'll be putting in some beans. Everywhere that anything comes out, I'm going to be putting in beans to help correct the soil and get it prepared for next year, or maybe adding some broccoli or lettuce or, more things like that for the fall that's coming up. But in between, I'll be growing some beans. So that is my garden tour, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. God bless you guys. You guys have an amazing and wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Remember, I'm chasing my dreams. You go chase yours. Bye. you.